ever happened to you? You're at work and a coworker walks past you. And then there it is, that lovely, lovely, intoxicating scent trail. And you wonder to yourself, what is he wearing? Then you go to your coworker and say, hey bro, what are you wearing today? And he tells you the name. And then you realize, you're the one that actually sold him that decant.
Hey guys, what's going on? Wagwan, me peeps, wagwan, me peoples. Big up on yourself. Alain here again with a brand new edition of White Boys Fragrance Corner. And today, as a matter of fact, I feel like doing a tag video today. Yeah, I'm going to tag a few people. But today, it's all about 10 fragrances that I need to wear much more often. So stay tuned. Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. And what this video is all about, I've had some experience in the past couple of months where a coworker of mine, you know, he was wearing some really extremely good smelling perfumes, and actually when I asked him what he was wearing, they're perfumes that I have and I have recommended. Now what has happened is, when you're having a nice collection, I won't say my collection is huge, but I have a nice collection of around probably close to 250 bottles of perfumes. Some perfumes tend to get a bit neglected. I know neglect is a strong word, but it is what it is, because you're trying your best to give everybody, you know, their fair share. It's not that these fragrances are forgettable or that they're not good, but damn, these 10 fragrances, some of them I wore in the past couple of weeks and I'm like, yo, this is actually really good. Or then I've smelled them on my coworker and said, wow. And this is the thing, plenty of times we do own these perfumes and we wear those perfumes, but when you actually smell it on somebody else, it has a different effect. Well, for me, that is, I can't speak for anyone else. Now, in the beginning of the video, I said, I think I'm going to make this a tag video, and I am. I'm not even going to ask permission. I'm just going to tag 3 people, and I'm actually going to leave their YouTube link down in the channel. First up, I'm going to tag Mark. Yes, Mr. Aussie Fragrance. He has a nice collection, and I think this would be a nice little challenge for him as well. Next up, I'll be tagging the beautiful Ange from 50 Cents UK, and then, yeah, Mr. Barry from Scentualise. I'm going to tag him as well. So I'll definitely leave their link down in the description. Now, let's go. Let's get it started. Now, first up on the list is from the house of Mercedes-Benz, and this is Mercedes-Benz Club Black. I know this has been getting some talk as of recently, and rightfully so. If you are a lover of vanilla, then this is right up your alley. This is such a lovely, sweet, gourmand type of vanilla scent. Now, I think some persons have trouble finding this. I'm not sure what the deal is with it, but over here in Europe, it's actually still readily available. And I've wore this once, but look at the level. I'm not sure if you can see the level. That's not because I'm wearing it. That's because one particular coworker has been buying decants from me. Now, whenever I go on a job with that particular coworker and that vanilla hits me, I'm like, oh, you're wearing that Mercedes today? And he's like, yeah. So vanilla lovers, give this a try. This is a very good fragrance, and I need to wear it up. I need to wear it more often. I really do. And yeah, Mercedes-Benz Club Black, definitely a nice one. Alright guys, moving on to the next one, and I think I might catch some heat for this, but it's a clubbing king, Versace. Eros. Now, I do admit that this has been left on the back burner a bit. Simple. This came, this conquered, it did what it had to do, and somehow once my collection started to go up, yeah, this kind of got pushed back in the corner. But I pulled it out the other day and it just brought back so many good memories. Now, it is sweet, especially with that vanilla and that tonka bean, but performance, this lasted me for the entire day. Even after work, I still could smell sniffs of this. This is a very good fragrance, and if you ask me again, this is worth the money. Now, this is the original, this is the EDT and not the EDP. I don't think I'm going to get the EDP anytime soon because they smell too similar. I'll rather buy something else with that money. And yeah, this is definitely one of those fragrances I need to start wearing a bit more often. Versace Eros. It does its job. It does its job very, very well. And my wife actually likes this as well. So yeah, Versace Eros. Yeah, I need to wear it a bit more often. Next up, we have from the house of Hermes, and this is Terre de Hermes. This is actually the pure parfum. I have Ultra Fresh and I have Intense Vetiver. Now, with Terre de Hermes, I wore this about 2 weeks ago, and again with that orange, or as most folks would like to put it, it has like a dirty orange smell. But this again is a powerhouse. It is fresh, it is not too fresh. This is actually a perfect spring scent. If you ask for me, this is actually a contender for my spring list. And the pure parfum, it lasted me the entire day. To me, this is just a classic, man. This is versatile as well. You can actually dress this up or dress this down. However, my perfect scenario would be spring, the white linen shirt, and definitely. Yeah, again, this lasted me the entire day and projected very well, and what's not to love? It's Terre de Hermes. So definitely need to give this one some more wearing as well. Next up on the list is a leather fragrance, and if I say leather, no, I'm not talking about Tuscan leather, talking about the other one, Tom Ford Ombre leather. Now, I've always said this, and I'm going to stick by this statement. If you're getting into leather fragrances, this is the safest way to go. It smells nothing like Tuscan leather. This is its own leather fragrance from Tom Ford. To me, this is like a fresh, clean, sweet smelling type of leather. And I tell you, the other day I went somewhere and I saw my friend, and I immediately picked it up and I said, "Oh, you're wearing that ombre leather?" And he said, "Yeah, bro, remember you recommended it and it's really good." And yeah, I need to wear this much more often because it is such a lovely leather fragrance. It is. Performance on this is good. The projection on this is good as well. And as I said, for a leather fragrance, it doesn't smell animalic or polarizing whatsoever. This is good. This is a very good and safe leather fragrance to buy. So, Tom Ford Ombre Leather. Yep. Alright, another fragrance that I haven't worn in ages, but I need to start wearing. Paco Rabanne 1 Million Lucky. Now, in terms of the Paco Rabanne 1 Million line, it is very popular. However, most fragrance collectors tend to prefer the Privé or Lucky over the original. Now, 1 Million Lucky, to me, personally, it's my favorite as well. So I have no idea why I haven't worn this in such a long time. Anyway, I was at my coffee break the other day with my coworker. We were drinking a cup of coffee, and I'm like, yo, bro, what are you wearing? And he said, you know, I should guess. And I started to guess and guess and guess. And then he said, no, man, it's that 1 million in the silver bottle. And holy crap. Now, this is one of those fragrances that I love it when I smell it on me, but when I smell it on somebody else, I actually love it more. I know it doesn't sound as if it makes any sense, but it does, man. It, to me, wow. And not only that, I mean, just based on him wearing it, it lasted for the entire day, because even like further down in the evening when he walked past, I could still smell a little Scentualise, which is actually very, very, very good. So yeah, 1 million lucky. I need to visit this much more often. Next up on the list now is Pure Avant from Thierry Mugler. I wore this the other day as my scent of the day, and my coworker smelled it and he loved it, said this is right up its alley, bought a decan from me, and I know yesterday he was wearing it and I smelled it on him, and I'm like, damn, yo, they smell good, brethren. Patchouli, cherry, honey, tobacco. Wow, this is lovely. And as I said, smelled it on him, and it was a total different reaction than smelling it on myself. And I'm like, yo, if I smell that good when I wear this, I need to wear this much, much, much more often. So yeah, amen, Pure Avant. Yeah, it is what it is. I need to bathe in this. This is really, really good. Just like Pure Malt is very, very good as well. And yeah. Alright, so now we have 4 more fragrances left to go, and I'm gonna start with this one. Yeah, the bottle looks a bit tacky. The bottle was designed by Cars, and this is Pharrell Williams Girl. Now don't let the name fool you. This is actually a very, very unisex fragrance. Now I did buy this early 2020, and my mother smelled it, and she ended up buying a bottle as well. Now this, you can pick this up on the very, 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 very low end at the price range. And guess what? This smells much more expensive than what you're going to pay for it. And the other day I went to visit my mom, and my mom wore this, and I'm like, what are you smelling? And she said, guess. And I smelled that, and I smelled, and I smelled, and I said, is it that perfume that you bought, the one in the nice bottle? Because she loves this bottle. And she said, yes. Guys, this is one of those fragrances, your best bang for your buck. I paid like about $10 for this, or $13, and this is 100 ml. I think it is a EDP, right? Yeah, it is a EDP concentration. It performs good and it smells amazing. It doesn't smell cheap and synthetic to my nose. And yeah, I need to give this some more wear, because this is really a good fragrance. It is. It just gets overlooked by the powerhouses. But for 10 or 15 bucks, you get, this is some good juice. And guess what? To my nose, it doesn't smell like anything I have in my collection. It is trying to do its own thing. But then again, I only have 250 perfumes. I'm sure you guys with 1,000 perfumes are going to say, oh no, this smells like this and this smells like that. But nevertheless, I like it, and I need to start wearing this more often. Coming up now, we have one from the house of Hugo Boss. This is actually one of my favorites from that house, and this is Hugo Reverse. This came out in 2019. It got just a tiny bit of hype. To me, this deserves some spotlight again, especially since we're entering the spring season, because I think this would make a lovely spring fragrance. Now, this has a tiny hint of Elysium, if you ask me. It has a tiny it has a tiny familiarity. There you go. I'm not even going to cut that out. I'm going to leave that blooper in. Not going to cut it out. So my apologies. Yeah, so this for the spring, it's definitely nice. It has some form of sweetness to it, freshness to it, and the performance on this isn't bad either. Again, this is one of those fragrances that my co-worker wore, and I said, wow, this actually smells amazing. So Hugo reversed for the spring, definitely. So spring coming up, I'll be able to wear this more often. Again guys, listen, you can wear any fragrance in any season, you just need to control the sprays. Like I wouldn't do 5 sprays of Black Afghano in summer, no, but you get the drift. Second to last one is another one from the house of Gianni Versace. Jamaicans tend to say Versace, but it's actually Versace. Versace. Alright. Back to the video. This is Dylan Blue. I forgot how amazing this smells. Again, this is a mishmash between Sauvage, Blue de Chanel, and Acqua di Gio Profumo. And again, this is one of those fragrances, it will never die. Just like Eros, it did what it set out to do. Unfortunately, it did get left on the back burner. Not because it's not good, but because I have so much fragrances and this is popular. Just like Sauvage, I haven't worn Sauvage in ages. That poor bottle, I think that bottle hates me. But wore this the other day and it reminded me of why this is such a popular fragrance and why it needs to be more and more in my weekly rotations. Dylan Blue. This was actually a gift from my wife. This is a 50 ml, but I'm going to get 100 ml because it really and truly it is that fire. Damn good fragrance. So Dylan Blue, I need to wear it more often. Which leaves me to the last bottle now. Some of you guys might know this brand, some of you guys might not know it. This is actually a Swiss brand, and no, it's not an Andy Tower. This is Gizada, and this is Ambassador. Now, I've mentioned this fragrance in numerous videos, right? This is a small 50 ml, but I'm going to get 100 ml because this is that good. This has a mango note in it, which gives it its fruity sweetness. It's long lasting, its sensual is amazing, and wow. This again is one of those fragrances that you should be able to pull off in any season. That mango note in this, it's everything, man. It just lends this fragrance a fruity sweetness type of vibe. Gizada Ambassador, I'm sorry, I need to wear you so much more often. Not only that, this scent actually stands out. Another co-worker of mine, he works in a total different department, and when I run into him, I can immediately smell this. I'm like, oh, you're wearing that Gizada today? He's like, yeah, because this scent to me stands out. So Gizada Ambassador, yeah, need to wear it more often. Now here you have it, guys. Those are 10 fragrances that I definitely need to include in my weekly rotations more often. Now, as I said, Mark from Aussie Fragrance, you have been tagged. Ange from 50 Cents UK, you have been tagged. And Barry from Scentualise, you have been tagged as well. The link will be down in the description to their videos. Head over, give them a view, subscribe to their channel, They make great content. And you know, while you're at it, you can click on my subscribe button as well. And while you're doing that, you can click on the notification bell as well, so you'll be notified whenever your your favorite Jamaican reviewer, favorite Jamaican cologne reviewer uploads a brand new video. And while we're at it, you can also head over to Instagram at whiteboys_fragrance_corner, or on Facebook, White Boys Fragrance Corner. Now with that said and done, man fi smell good. Peeps, big up on yourself, stay blessed, stay safe. White Boy is out.